It's nice of you to show up. Just kidding, you're actually just in time. We're going to talk a little pop, a little politics, and a whole lot of opinions today. Welcome to Pop-Litical Read, the podcast where pop culture and politics get read for filth, with a cocktail in one hand and the First Amendment in the other. I'm Jeremy Garcia, and if you're wondering what the fuck actually qualifies me to host a podcast, not really much. Although I've been training for it my entire life. I was a kid watching Barbara Walters interviews like they were Marvel movies. I grew up rewinding the Today Show and TRL thinking one day I'd be holding the mic. And now here I am. I'm messy, mildly informed, pretty enthusiastic, and I'm going to be narrating this crossover episode that is American culture and politics. So if you've ever found yourself rage scrolling the Supreme Court decisions, and then pausing to do a little cultural reset with a Bravo reunion fight. Found your people, babe. This show is where the headlines are going to meet hot takes. It's where we read through the chaos, the celebrity, the political, and we try to make sense of a world where Kim Kardashian is doing criminal justice reform. And the Speaker of the House is trending on TikTok for the most viral, disgusting reasons. So every week, I'm going to bring a different guest. We're going to have really fun conversation, unfiltered analysis, and a shit ton of shade. And listen, I'm not going to get everything right, but hopefully you will leave feeling smarter at brunch. You're going to have company on your commute home, or maybe you'll be hanging out with me via Alexa while you make dinner and pour your second or third glass of wine. We're going to talk about Kris Jenner's new face. We're going to talk about the big, beautiful bill, and we're going to talk about Real Housewife reunion breakdowns. And still I rise. It's half media literacy, pop culture group chat, with a twist and a little bit of a tahine rim. So since this is the first episode, I really wanted to keep it cozy. I want you to really think of it as a soft launch. You know, those first few moments in a documentary. So I've told you a little bit about myself. Let me just tell you a little bit about some of the content that you can imagine over the next couple of weeks. So, really going to be talking about pop culture, political headlines that I'm obsessed with. And then here's an example, right? So, Nelly and Ashanti, who I obsessed with Ashanti for like 20 years, just came out with a new reality show called We Belong Together. Super obsessed, amazing. But also, like, isn't that Mariah Carey's like tagline? Like, she could have done like Rock with Us. I don't really understand. We'll talk about things like the big beautiful bill. Like, is this Bold and the Beautiful? Like, it's so full of drama and cringe. And yes, he has a ton of bronzer on, so I guess, you know, can make that work for himself. Anyways, the world is on fire, but it's also absurd. So we are going to try to just make sense of that, have fun with that, discuss it, and have, hold space for each other, space. Like, what's her name from Married to Medicine is like also running for office. It's confusing, it's hilarious, it's 100% terrifying. But Pop-Litical Read exists because I wanted a place where we could hold all of it once. We could laugh, we could cry, we could read somebody to filth and still care about the bigger picture. We're not one-dimensional creatures, right? We love watching CNN, but we also love watching Bravo. So we're going to have a show where we can talk about all of it. So if that sounds like your kind of show, subscribe, follow, do all of the things. Tell your friend, the one that's always in the comment section and not actually reading the headline. You know who you are. And thanks for tuning in to the first meeting of the Culture Caucus. Our dress code is bold opinions, messy receipts, and the right to remain shady. This is Pop-Litical Read, and we're just getting started. Soon to be sponsored by Casamigos in my head. See you next week, friends.